The Round Britain Rally, got a list of 82 landmarks. Go find them, plot them on the map, go there with your motorcycle, take a picture of your motorcycle on the landmark, and head on to the next. And they're spread throughout England, Scotland and Wales. Welcome to episode 2. I'm 150 miles in, so welcome to this trip. 17th of April, I'm making my way up to Scotland and I'm going to get as many landmarks as I possibly can. So I live on the other side of London and I rode up in pretty much one hit, only stopping for fuel once, to the other side of Liverpool to grab the first landmark. It's 250 miles in the motorway this morning. After I took the picture, then literally 30 seconds later, 2 other guys rolled up. So you're, sorry?
I'm Steve.
Darren.
And you're both doing the Round Britain Rally?
Yeah.
How many miles have you done today?
100.
Okay. Are you going to go back up or are you staying somewhere? Or are you going to
Wales now.
Going into Wales? Oh yeah, I'm going to plan to do that later on in the year. I think I need like 4 days to get round all of them. I think it's not mega miles, but it's a lot of time, isn't it? So for about 4 days, a long weekend. Are you away as well? Are you camping? Are you staying somewhere?
We used camping pod all the time.
Used hostel last night.
Oh, okay.
Camping pod tonight.
That's all right.
Used hostel.
Yeah, it's a bit chilly in the morning, isn't it? At the moment. Yeah. All right then. Well, cheerio.
Yeah, nice seeing you. Get yourself and hope the bike runs well.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
No hanging around today. I just had to get back on the bike and get going. I had big miles today to do. Big miles. For a bike that is 1978 and this is its first major outing. Like, it's never done this many miles in a day before. I didn't know if I was going to be comfortable. I didn't know how I was going to feel. I didn't know how the bike's going to perform, what's going to go wrong with it. I absolutely had no idea. A day before I went, my right hand mirror decided to break at the thread, so I couldn't tighten it up anymore. So I had to, luckily Phil Ferretti lent me his. I got a ram mount mirror and I just stuck a ram mount and carried on going. There is a DVD cover that I quickly cut into shape because it was so cold, my phone kept on shutting down, and using a DVD cover stopped it from getting too cold. And here we are arriving at the next landmark, the Winter Hill Trespass Monument. Single track, very bumpy road to get to here. It was around +4 degrees, very chilly, but luckily this night I wasn't actually camping. I was going to stay with my brother in Barrow-in-Furness. So the next landmark wasn't too far away at all. It was just up the road a bit, another 30 miles from the last. Here we are. The tank is the landmark for this one. Right. Just got a slight weep of oil. I hope that's not going to get any worse. On day 1, I'll check the oil tonight. Why is it always blinking windy? And now just head to the last landmark of the day before retiring for the evening. John Wilkinson, Ironmaster, who died, aged LXXX years old. Well, that's the last landmark for today. I'm going to go stay with my brother tonight, who lives in Barrow-in-Furness, so I said there. Spent the evening with my brother, went out for a nice meal. The next day, woke up really early, went out, got fuel, and off I went. This is the longest day I had ever done on this BMW. Not miles-wise, but time. Arriving at this museum really early in the morning, so of course it was shut. Well, that was a bumpy road up. Right, the first stop of the day. First of many. Unfortunately. Well, it breaks the day up a bit, having all these little things to stop off and look at. Let's take the picture. Then a few hours later, I made my way to Siloth, I don't know, whatever, to look at a model aeroplane.
That's the sea over there in the distance. Oh. Yeah, this is chilly here. Let's get moving.
It was the coldest day as well. There was actually signs up saying gritting in progress, so it was rather cold.
I'm about an hour away from the next landmark.
This abbey I'm heading to took ages to get to, and yeah, I was freezing cold, soaking wet by the time I got there.
Okay, so it took us 2.5 hours to get here, and it was not nice weather at all. And the next one is the curfew bell. I know that, and that's 2 hours away, 75 miles back the way I came, essentially.
Now, I would have hoped that the abbey was actually open, but no, it was also shut, and it's only open during the summer times. I should have looked that up, perhaps. Would have been nice, though, to have a little hot drink, but nothing here, so off I went again.
Next landmark I'll get to about probably 3:30, I reckon. Okay, right. Yeah, next one's 2 hours away.
These were some fantastic roads, really scenic, beautiful area. I just wish that it was more than plus 2 degrees and it wasn't bucketing down with rain.
There's nothing around here at all. I haven't seen a petrol station in quite a while either. I think I've still got 100 miles left. Oh, we can do that, 40 minutes. Standing on my head. That's not too far at all. Love that, love it.
One blurry picture of the bell in the background and my bike. I was struggling to put my gloves back on before heading to a petrol station. There was one in about 30 miles, which is alright. My bike had only just ticked over to reserve. The Round Britain Rally, I guess, could be quite interesting if you don't have good tank range. Or a bit more challenging, anyway.
Right, it's this David Copper monument. Doesn't look very coppery.
Yeah, relax. I know it's Davy Cooper or David Cooper, and yeah, he played for different Scotland teams, and yeah, unfortunately he died only aged 39. So I managed to ride through all that horrible weather, and it stayed in place, and I managed to keep going up into Scotland, and yeah, I was heading towards a castle as my final landmark for the day before heading to a campsite.
That's actually pretty impressive. That's actually a really impressive castle. Anyway, so luckily now I'm only 10 minutes away from the campsite. It's only just down the road. So, I've got to see if I can get to the campsite, put my tent up. Because it looks like the ground's dry here. So fingers crossed it's going to hold for another half an hour at least.
For me, please hold for like an hour.
Okay. I've parked my bike over there. Got my tent pitched.
Hopefully it's going to be dry tonight and tomorrow morning, more importantly, so I can pack a dry tent away. That was a long day on the bike, 350 miles. And yeah, that was a 10-hour day? No, left it 11 and a half hours on the bike. My back's aching a little bit after this, so hopefully that clears. I think I've got a bit of a knot in the old back at the moment. Oh, hopefully that just clears up. But yeah, that's just after. I know you used the motorway for the last, like, what, 45 minutes? Just to nip round that bit, so yeah, it's really good. Facilities here are really nice, so I'll probably have a shower in a minute after food. Right. Probably tune back in tomorrow morning, to be honest.
As soon as my head hit the pillow, I was gone, asleep, totally out of it. The next thing I knew, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. There was rain on the tent, which didn't last for too long, which is good. As soon as it stopped, I got up and just packed down the tent and loaded the bike, cleaned my helmet, and off I went. The first stop on the day was a McDonald's. Then I made it through to here to grab me this engine thing just outside a little museum, which of course was shut. Now, if you've been paying attention, I'm now actually backtracking. So I'm actually coming back on myself, back down into Scotland towards a Viking village, a Viking town, to get a picture of Big Viking.
There's a big Viking. Very big Viking. Yeah, it's quite big. I come up to here. Yeah, so it's quite big.
After capturing that landmark, I then looked at the map. Next one is just across the water. So, time to grab a ferry, and look at the timing. I'm literally riding along to the ferry port and I can see the ferry pulling in. Perfect timing. I know it's one every 20 minutes or so, but still, it's nice when it's right on time with minimal wait time. So pretty much just on the other side of the crossing, I was at the historic kiln. Now, the Google Map pin that I had for this was incorrect, and it sent me to a doctor's surgery, so I had to carry on going down the road, and then I found it.
There we are, historic kiln.
Historic kiln, basically, it's a big church. A big fancy church.
Then, so, now I've got 116 miles to go to the campsite. So we'll get there about 3-4 o'clock. Probably stop off a couple of times on the way. That's the last landmark of the day. One thing I have noticed with this bike, which is really cool, I wasn't getting cold feet because this keeps my feet warm. The engines.
It might look sunny and dry-ish, and it was, but it was still cold. +5, I think, but my hands were still soaked through. The gloves were still wet. So yes, yeah, my hands were pretty frozen, but it didn't really matter. I had done all the landmarks for this particular day, and I just had to get to the Wild Sunart Rally. I'll put a video link about that in the description, and you can check that out maybe later. But in short, I had a good time. I won furthest travelled, which got me a bottle of whiskey, and my BMW broke down, but luckily Mikey was on hand.
Replace him there, another one. It's like fucking, that could be a fucking vet. Like,
Well, don't take the other one out.
There's another one.
Wait,
I have
what?
to put them all back in.
Wait, where's
There's
the
only
other?
one holding your drive shaft
there-
on.
Oh my
There's meant to
goodness.
be 4.
Oh.
So there's the other one, look.
Okay, well, let me get the ring spanner. Size 10, isn't it?
Yeah, size 10.
You've got a moustache.
Very cold. Good night.